Yamamu nyina ha emma kwa ba enne eyoforisi obusumi ne da etoso enwotwe emfinhyampinu ene aduonu enan omanma yamamu nyina aha ebraso se omanmu ne amanone nsem yaboabo no se kase no yede ni nyina emamo hwe se kase ebi ewo channel 360 DSTV eso aseda ewoma eko ediama this week chocolate drink ye ohia eye ensohie afi best point savings and loans and best assurance there sika ho edwadie na yedie ne atumi aboawo ama odachi aye prom kama your special ice ensue and your special drinks in no quick itaimo ye de ensem no and agopama so de ebe somo e odonhwe baako entem yehwe ensem a oba betie ne ebie wodi ato aban anim se da Roma wonhwe emfa akade bebre ewura apomuden aye edwumadie mu enkanka de fa adwumhaw eye mental health no eho ewo Ghana afanan enyina yene emrahye bedwani a wo Krachi West Honorable Helena Adwanto so ebetwetwe enkomo akoso botade a obieye eho hawa wo hia ene enu achi no de ehwe kwan se ebetumi aba ede ama one ne manfo Yeguswa edikase emamu ye support of judges leading justice initiative no womo adanadi yebekọ nyahwese de eho nsem esi etie yekopiem ewo emfimfim mantam no emu a sadie empuntu enkoso ema omanfo bi entino na nanom hemfo abontrene se womo manfo no ento aba ewo afia aba ebetomtu yakọ abekwakoto aba no ombetwa wosuo ede afrikro no eso ensem no bebre eka we ho making kan okasie mu ede amao obahima efiache esiedu yenti kasie no emu ensem Yeguswa ebobo ho de kase abayenya ntie sempanyufo edi dwuma kase a wo monam so eda the leading justice initiative no wo mada na di ewon kran na wo hwe ama enema nyina akoso yenhwe se de enema esitie e odwumedie no ase.
I must especially acknowledge the help of those who have helped in producing the first compendium of guidelines, directions and manual before us. They include His Lordship Justice Ernesto Usudapa of the Court of Appeal, Her Ladyship Justice Dorothy Kingsley Nyana, Her Honor Ellen Ofei-Aye, Mr. Charles Aidan, who did this team put together the practice directions on award of costs. Then we have His Lordship Justice Richard J. Frimpong, JSC, His Lordship Justice Yaudakwa Sari, JSC, His Lordship Justice Bright Mensah, JA, Her Ladyship Justice Dorothy Kingsley Nyana, His Honor Jojo Hagan, Her Honor Aritin Semo, and Her Honor Efia Owusu-Apia, who put together the practice directions on adjournment and adoption of proceedings in part-head trials. Then, with the practice direction in commercial pre-trial settlement, we have Her Ladyship Justice Angelina Mensah Homia, JA, His Lordship Justice Jerome Noble Nkrumah, JA, and Mr. Alex Nate of the ADR Directorate. With the practice directions on court-connected ADR under the CI 133 again, we have His Lordship Justice Kumson, JSC, Justice Mensah Homia again, Justice Jerome Noble Nkrumah again, Mr. Alex Nate again. My favorite is this one. Practice directions in respect of prerogative rates involving chiefs and chieftaincy issues. His Lordship Justice Samuel Alan Brobe, JSC. And I don't know if my Lord is here with us today. And Justice Brobe is retired, but refuses to be retarded. His Lordship Justice Philip Bright Mensah, JSC, and Her Honor Angela Atachi. The practice directions on plea bargaining, we have Her Ladyship Justice Efia Sewa Asaribotre, Her Ladyship Justice Louis Simmons, and Miss Evelyn Kilson of the Office of the Attorney General. The practice directions for determination on applications for interlocutory injunctions to restrain burial of a dead person, we have His Lordship Justice Francis Obri and His Lordship Justice Ernesto Usudapa. Administrative guidelines on procedures for online publication of judgments and rulings, we have Her Ladyship Justice Jennifer Abnadazi and Her Ladyship Justice Barbara Tetechawi. Administrative directions on courtroom proceedings, we have Her Ladyship Justice Jennifer Abnadazi again, His Lordship Justice Emmanuel Lodo, His Lordship Justice Abuajitano, Mrs. Patricia Nafale Datson, the manager of the Law Court Complex, and Mr. Dennis J. Jumo, Esquire. Administrative directions to aid expeditious disposal of trials by jury. We have Her Ladyship Justice Efiasewa Asaribotre, J. His Lordship Justice Frederick Tete, and Her Ladyship Justice Lydia Osei Mafu. On guidelines in using the Supreme Court Registry, we have Her Honor Ellen Ofeaye, His Lordship Justice Samuel Esiedu of the Supreme Court. On guidelines on the generation of suit numbers, we have Mr. John Bannerman and Mr. Papa Kweku Macy. And then we have an editorial committee that has kept a very close eye on things and have held my hand. His Lordship Justice Dr. Ernesto Usudapa, Her Ladyship Justice Ama Sefanya Ayite, Mrs. Patricia Nafale Datson, Mr. Dennis J. Jumo, Mr. Selali Wanya, and Ms. Judith Lois Abana Adu. Thank you all very, very much. I must especially mention the Secretariat of the Office of the Chief Justice, led by Justice Ama Aite, and the Office of the Judicial Secretary, who have worked tirelessly and with great cheer to bring us to the event today. I acknowledge members of the planning committee of this event, headed by Her Ladyship Justice Janet Parry Battles Kojo, Her Ladyship Justice Syra Cranting, the Judicial Secretary, and my favorites, Mr. Daniel Karim, Alhaji Daniel Karim, forgive me, and Dr. Ajiman Bodu, and then all those who helped, everybody else. Ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, I'm a very happy person, but you will make me happier if you join us in the judiciary to get these dreams effected. Thank you.
Can we rise and prepare a proper round of applause, please? Thank you very much, Her Ladyship, the Honorable Lady Chief Justice of the Republic of Ghana. Thank you so much for sharing this vision with us. We'll now have some statements. We'll start with the Honorable Attorney General and Minister for Justice.
Good afternoon. Says the Vice President, Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, the Chairman for the occasion, the very eminent Sanautu Sebo, Council State Chairman, Honorable Ministers of State, the Leadership of the Chief Justice, esteemed members of the Council of State, Justice of the Supreme Court of Ghana, Justice of the Superior Court of Judicature, members of the Judicial Council, members of the General Legal Council, heads of the Judicial Secretary, Sir President of the Ghana Bar Association, invited guests, friends of the media. I bring you warm greetings from the Office of the Attorney General and Minister of Justice. And I'm delighted to witness this historically significant day, the life of the judiciary of Ghana. The official launch of the vision of the Chief Justice, dubbed Leading Justice. And I'm grateful for the opportunity to deliver this short, goodwill message. In many ways, this event is novel. It's the first time a Chief Justice has, at the commencement of his or her tenure, launched at an event as this, the mission, objectives, and indeed his or her aspirations for justice delivery in Ghana. It offers a very unique way, an opportunity for the citizenry for whom justice emanates and on whose behalf justice is administered by the judiciary, in accordance with the details of Article 125+1 of the Constitution, to have a firm barometer by which to assess the performance of the Chief Justice. It is innovative and bold, but so is the personality of the brain behind the innovation. The Honorable Lady Chief Justice Gertrude Araba Saki Tokuno is indeed bold and innovative. Indeed, we have this afternoon witnessed a rollout by the Chief Justice, who are still considered new. Perhaps after this launch, there will be an end to the tag new on her. Of her agenda to improve justice delivery in Ghana, it's a vision in which I share as Attorney General and Minister for Justice. Quite immeasurably, efficient justice delivery is an important tool in the economic and social advancement of any modern nation. A sound justice delivery environment is an incentive to investment, guarantees respect for human rights, and assures prosperity for the citizenry. It is for this reason that the Office of the Attorney General and Minister of Justice, as a key partner in the execution of the mandate of the judiciary, has in recent times spearheaded interventions like the Contract Amendment Act of 2023 at 1114, the Criminal and Other Offences Procedure Amendment Act 2022 at 1079, which introduced a plea bargaining system into the criminal jurisprudence of the country. And I'm delighted to hear that your leadership has launched or has issued practice directions to facilitate the execution of the law. The Corporate Restructuring and Insolvency Act at 1015, and the imminent operationalization of the Alternative Dispute Resolution Center set up under Section 114 of the Alternative Dispute Resolutions Act 2010 at 798 as instruments of reform on both the civil and criminal law terrains in Ghana. Another new bill, the Criminal and Other Offences Amendment Procedure Bill 2024, which has been approved by Cabinet and laid in Parliament in February 2024, when enacted into law, will have a far-reaching impact on the efficiency of criminal justice delivery in our republic, as it seeks to remove some bottlenecks in the trial of criminal cases, particularly the inordinate delay, the adjudication of criminal matters. Having received enormous contribution by the judiciary in the course of stakeholder engagements leading to the formulation of the bill, I have no doubt that the judiciary will enforce him effectively when passed into law. And that, Chairman, considering the breadth and depth of the Chief Justice's innovative thinking, she will be the first to acknowledge the role of digitalization in the enhancement of the work of the judiciary. And I'm aware of the highest considerations she has for the e-justice system introduced by the Judicial Service as a pivotal tool, the modernization of the legal processes and the promotion of equitable access to justice. Without taking the wind out of the sails of my boss, the Vice President, who has clearly established himself as the icon of digitalization, I say that it is a digitized environment. I say that a digitized environment results in transparency, accountability, and efficiency in the public sector, and ultimately helps to eliminate and prevent corruption. The prospect of improved productivity and reduction of costs that digitization brings requires that the judiciary embraces same fully. I have no doubt that we will achieve a fully digitized environment in the tenure of a leadership, the Chief Justice. Indeed, I see the era in which there will be the end. I see the era in which there will be the need for more virtual court houses, easily accessible to all from any part of the world, rather than physical court houses constructed in communities and accessible to only a few, much closer than anticipated. Your leadership, whilst encouraging you for this laudable initiative, may we remind ourselves that the greatest number of complaints about the justice delivery system in Ghana border on ineptitude of judges, attitude towards litigants and lawyers, as well as delays with the conclusion of cases. I'm of the fervent belief that your vision will result in a reduction of this phenomenon. Ultimately, in my respectful view, There also needs to be a rethinking of the exercise of the jurisdiction of the Supreme Court to ensure that the workload of the Supreme Court is manageable.
Yet why enkase no eso ne ba studio ha ye ne emrahye bedwani emakrache West Honorable Helena Adjoa Ntoso ebebo nkomo osanso ye ranking member Gender, Children and Social Welfare Committee ewo emrahye bedwem emre bia etwem na oye frau ene epoemba ntem soafo ono ena obabeka yinsa ewo studio ha ma memo akwaba
enua
Honorable bibia bokode
nyame adom ye ho ye
nyame ase ye bon komode afa akosumotade ya omubie ehon nsense binya ne nte yese ehaw pa wetuni ache kakra
minamasi mechia mona mechia atiefo nyina so
bia jus
Cratchy West ye de no what happened is Bagre omubie Bagre dam no na chese ensuo no na astati eyire ye honomo because ye honomo no water no e wo sei na oti no wo sei nti oti ni yire a na ya nyasem water no so yire a na ya nyasem nti bogrefo bie ye no na chese ye akai ahye
akama hye mfinfin
nti nsuo no yire ye no na ye expect say akosomo nka omebie ne kakra se na be ye nsuo no be flow ena omambie no omotwen ya ma ekoduru bebie eduru ye no nti temo ebeduru bebie eduru na ye hode na nsuo no kra age ye hono bibia chese ebi na wo mu show no aha nti ohun se ye ho atochi ma no
ho ache mo no
ye ho ache ya pa no afi na o start say nti ene na ma wo afi bu na wo mu bie no because na ye ho eche ya pa ekodru bupe area ho na ye ho ache ya because wo mu delay kakra nti ema ye ho che na ye ho no resettlement community akoso dan mu ya wo mba be si ya na ema omo yiye fi bebia na ye wo no because omo si dam no bebia na ye wo no e na omo yiye fi ho because omo bie no eji ye farms ho nyina e na omo akọ reset ye bebia ye wo na bebia omo reset ye na asase no enye fertile se na bebia omo yiye fi ye no nti ama ye nkrofo bebre atu akọ ejura Afram Plain North Afram Plain South ebi ewo dambai ebi wo nkwanta saf baby a me fada kra okodo honom no enti no ema ye ho chie na esi an sasase na enye fertile enti no ubom say ye nkrofo even though say esese omoma gap kakra but e ho na asase no so e fertile enti just along the banks no ubom so omudo nkatie omudo aburo omudo emo enti e ba asa no e just ensuo no se ni nyina. And you know, I'm telling the Minister of Food and Agriculture, say, woman share money and cocoa because yes, and next year, Adriana Sambaya didn't horn. Commit me about because by they say, I said by this time, cranny and food by then by free. Okay. This year, and soon and 20 no, you need to mean for by it. It's minute time I before, Nanka because April, May, June, July near to buy it. Now we need to me and for by the time Benna by the baby free. Nti ama ye ho ache wo aduan fam
nkafra pa na nse ye nyane nti ese aban no de mo akakra ba yankran so tenetene mo nsa mo anya bi bebia metumi aka se yanya emwa afi pa ene ye Peace FM. Oh, okay. Despite media.
Okay. Despite media.
Okay.
And one be brain if you despite if you have say.
Oh, okay.
And Oko TV3 3 Foundation. Almost aboye. Almost aboye. But the funny pino if you
despite media.
Enti eno ama aboye pa. Until last me buy na monsieur unfortunately omo dwane ko share asori dem no e na asori dan nso bubu ye no na eches ya nya mattresses afa ma wo mo eno na ye ade na ha dwe ya nya mattresses kra ama wo ebinum wo embata ne nema last Roman phobia nso wo Austria nti nansan ya na womonso kekam ho my 6500 ye ko bisa mattresses no ba ko ye 400 plus say mattresses anke ye to no 150 Ghana, 200 Ghana. Say yakobisa factory na nkasa mpo no is about 440 something.
That is an intimate to ahibia.
The intimate to.
Still amu hiamwa.
Hiamwa. Na yetumi e de ama omo dan abubu. Omo dan abubu nso no omo nya entumi ensi
adan no. Ti still nkofo ho munya baby na.
Chese omo da abusiafo ho. Omo tuko abusiafo won say the number of a year e wo nsuo no mu se ebi e wo abusiafo ho.
Okay.
Ebi nso omo aye omo de
oh.
Eno krampo no enye tent ya ye da mu.
Okay.
Omo de ebia ntoma ne apam tu na omo de abo be se pata bisa
no mo chance
ho no mo da
ene your platform use of make appeal say nkofo still a muhiamwa
ehiamwa government government wom say 224 million bi ananka wom beboa wom a turencham to won besi na ye ntefe nti se ye de ani beto government so de ande na chese ye ho bechi ye nti no obi a wotie me here roofing sheets near to me achiche yenya cement nso a ye be chiche ya mama mattresses nso a na ya chiche ena womo a ensio efa womo endubae no womo nso no at least nkenya because emu a obedua aburo obedua nkache obedua na che say aboa womo eno nso Minister of Agriculture minim say womu nim de atoye but besi na ye nti womo nka nti yehia emboa efi nkrofo na yetumi de aboa sankrofo yi
okay honorable na ebrebia ensio ne bia na eyire a muhia ohawe ana we ne de asie na de na ebe ye de afa ho
eya womu na me in charge of operations for NADMO.
Okay.
And son be MP.
Okay.
The next time we bag for be in your con off. Your call na your base wall na your call the 3 northern regions as say o machichemu no. Enti minimum area and minimum terrain pa. Na there on say eya omu bie. But this time round say na omu si bie no. Em so nsuo no eto ho no pa. Nti omu bie ne kese. Nti say na omu bie ne kese na ma affect your mom. Nka first no mu bia obom say north walwali area ho na what they say maybe if Kubori those areas obom say na affect wo.
Okay.
Na eno no omo so omo do nsuo na no say na microphone so do nsuo na no nti obom say na affect wo but we there omu bie ne kese nti na etumi atwe saa abedu ye area ho no nti omo taye nti ya na ye hye no so ba this year de
aginsem nti
se
ye me ne de ye koyenim no then measures ne de be gu akwan so a ye be hwe se nke bia ensi ana besimpo a ke be ba form kakra
se be si a be ba form no so I say ne me kan say land no be bi omu
be bi e feta ho ye mre no
VRA emove ya kono
okay
asase no enye feta asase nye feta la nka temo ye wo kurudada so no na ye ndo nsuo na no se ne se ye do no asase na enye ntina wo modo but we are trying to sensitize the people we are trying to educate them say and I want to say ye free bibi say indigenous knowledge
okay
ye farmers ne ade no wo mo this knowledge say eya wo mo ye calculations 10 years 10 years ago wo mo spill no ebedu ha say so when to man kasa no with their indigenous knowledge no wo mutimi say
nim dia o mo be hu say afi be ba bedu ha say okay nti ene yenso ye no ko say
nti o munim be bia eya nsuo no duru o nsuo no wo mo spill bedu ha say 10 years ago o mo spill e na duru ha
okay
nti no ha be limit na chese na o mo
ba
we dey climate change nti we dey abu afa so be bia ya na wo mo
eda no
we dey atrakra because this assembly krampo wo mo property o mo see ye
ne kra say no
eno krampo e say no
na say aji o
nti na say aji obi ensem
ona bo ye da sepa na ya kan wa wie ya nya nti ye say news no follow bobu lombo ene abayi we be wadi mfinhia dumienu a yesi ye de ne ma ware eja we ranking member gender children and social welfare protection menje wadwen kakra e wo sa asemi a enam mframa yi
a few FM stations FM ebisame because I'm here ranking for gender children and social welfare one more frame and I'm so we no entosum
okay
entosum kra me to say obi say was sati Mary ni Joseph say what they Mary Emma Joseph and I'm say hey one ni because Bible there nobody can alter the Bible example I baby all call the end the one thing sign cry true and you know they shouldn't cite that as an example 12 year 12 year or minor and I pay me really a little bit about the customer who say ebinum say oh when you 12 years or 16 years because one so body aye the muso kakra and you know they are saying oh wait there on 12 years or 16 years but what that 12 years and 16 years she's still a minor on do 18 years
okay
na say one more day and ma aware you see the moment you pump that don't say wait there betrothal where amamre there be you see the moment I will pump that into the idea of the child ohun say obi ewanyini ohun say obi ewanyini enti dia womo anyini a womo dia omo ye no obedwen say onu so betimi ayisa but me na me ka say ni school kono the most important womo nya no man onko no school
okay
because in the next 6 years no wanya 18 years enti say wonya 18 years na say we interested in wulomo na chese no ye nka say obi ehye no anase bibisa but within the age no in law below 18 no krampo no she cannot consent
Matias
ontimi openeso nti na ye de mai but because it says she is a minor no in law ontimi nka say mapeneso
Matias
enti no esese omoja akola no na I'm happy say the police and the social welfare and Ministry of Gender womu asomu say omu hwe akola no so na police for investigation so omu investigation no mu say truly womu de no ma papa na we have shelters in this country womu keep akola no na omu ma no nko no school
okay
odu 18 years na omu aja no ama na ofo and I say obi a so na 18 years odu 18 years na say obey interested in Willowmere, then she can go ahead and there any choice. But she said the public is interested, the Ministry of Gender, we are interested. Yeah, as members of parliament, women members of parliament, we are also interested. Say, Oma akolano onko school, or do 18 years now. The opposite or the number and the end fine.
Oh no, we are dasi. Yenshe enkania honsem ewo umpesiano so Cratchy West. Eti saying dum so mu de mu hu bia na ejina so kakra ma me ho ana bia once bia be fem
o ye de en de enye dum so ye de en preso
enu che say
ye de no because in a day omutumi dum light be 6-8 times
wow
and your friend preso no
okay
because na so that is what is happening in my constituency right now as I speak what they say 4 days in the woman lights right from Impesuaso, Cratchy West, Cratchy Nchumuni is affected. Panda is affected. Na anopa mati say as far as to Bimbila, Sala inusu nyina woni like. It is a CISA wutwom a ayi mochre no so ewo kwan no.
Okay.
Enti wutwom a wutum hu say mpempe bi pa efi hono mo. Ayi ena you can imagine say ebia obi akola no ebia premature na yede na akoto bebi a womo ehwe na akola no sene esi wotema no it can also happen because anything bia na generator betumi esi so look at the cost of fuel now hospital Cratchy hospital omo bre ankasa the amount of money echo into fuel wo mu use generator no mo tumi ahwe nkrofo no mo tumi ayo operation no enya asem kecha so mo ka how much the hospital is spending eya asife mu ankasa and nobody seem to care wo actual letters wo mu nya emuya bia and the hospital is spending so much wo IGF is nothing to talk about into wo hospital wo bre ankasa into so bi tie mi a Cratchy hospital wo mu hia mo apa and as a matter of agency no as I say aban ministry no of health omunye bibi about that omuma won sika no omotumi ato fuel at least akọ omu generators no na omotumi aboa enkrofo na aban so ye catch the ministry say because of dun so no Cratchy hospital morgue there's a problem there.
Honorable Yebeko, o final words ne edia uhia se yenyama ompesua na ebeboa o fama ye na yerapia.
Yeah, okay, madam wasi pa moi kesia mo de boye. Na se sia no de akoso ne se nsuo no antumi antwe bia. Nsuo no antumi antwe.
Oh, okay.
Se sia bebia enkola cross eco school, bebia na enkola enanti eco school. Se wo muntumi enanti eco school.
Okay.
Me de nkrofo bi health experts bi akọ professionals bi akọ crashes say omoye eye screening.
Okay.
Eye screening no me pese omo islands nso benefit. But se sia babia eya ye fa. Ma yi kwan pa akodu sa communities no. But se sia no nsuo ni yiri ye no.
Atai ho nyina.
Across kwan ni nyina.
Wow.
Enti se sia wo mo frame say taxi on pese om ko eji ye park ye car. Na ya use smaller canoes across nkrofo no akọ the next place na ya use motorkins afa omo akọ babia esese omo because amount for befi about 50 communities ewo islands and be omo nyina e ba chantai na omo abehwe omo ni just day one omo ye ice cream no omo nya nipa 80 asese omo ye omo operation.
Wow, serious
80. Because first na onko higher pa e wo hon move ye cockrach no.
Okay.
Onko higher nti ama ye nkrofo no bebre no omani how. First day as I said we more operate on 80 people but omo be ye sa ice cream for 5 good days. And this is not the first time me de omako. Manya de omako first time.
Okay.
And omako operation second time and this is the third time. And still they are getting people.
Not is a problem.
A problem. And you know, you hear sa adbo motors no. Nketo ano there 15 horsepower.
Aye.
Se nyani bia at least ye betumi aye canoe so na etumi cross nkwala no ko school.
Okay.
Baby I ho bechi ye na ye dura at least no ye betumi anya ready ayi na ye tumi dey across. Nti ye hear 15 horsepower adbo motors no.
Okay.
Na se na musika ye no. Enya adofo bi omeboa ye omo adan bubu ye no. Na ye ma on cement.
Okay.
Na ye bo om so roofing sheets na still ye see ye hear mattresses na emfa ma wo. Enti me fa mo fidie so ye more appeal to say omo adoni ti ama ye dada no ye da wa omo ase already nshira wo baby omo ifi bia already on she anemu ma wo mo so e ma wo mo.
Amen. Honorable ye da se ewie you.
Se ya da mo ase already on shira mo.
Amen.
On come ho
abusian for opanyina me na ebo enkomoi eye Cratch West Mrashe Bedwani Honorable Helen Adjoa Entoso ye kom Mrashe Bedwuma ranking member gender children and social welfare protection committee no oka ho ebi emre bi a etwem na oye Volta any Eastern Regional Minister obo adwuma papa ono na me na ebo enkomoi ye gina we so ni ada ne ye ho kakra bi ye ba akase ye ne beto so e di amam ye ba sisi a Yamarefo nyina akwa abayetwa ensem no eso eba no adwim apomuden ho ensem mental health care ho asem no kana kakra na ehia omanfo pa entu atwe aban adwene sisu se na daroma akade ebeboa ama ho nsenkan agina no ompia bebre enko
empempi no aya womo ewo adwemu yade apomuden ho ensem no aya na Ghana de hyerodo no ana eto womu ajeje mu womu eyi womu yipamu afenso womo esa womu ani nyina no yade aya amasafo no womo apomuden ensem no mo be so meka ho asem ana so mo be so meka ho akonipam na wokọ apomuden aya sabia wodo nso a womo hwesafo no womo apomuden ensem a aya na kande eni sika ene niam bia womo behia so mo de beboa safo ni nyina nso na aya na etosini eno na anam so ma wode adesede we nyina no akọ ede ama aban se wonhwe na eniam akande eni sika bia na wode ebehye saade no ne kun ni nyina mu no wode ama womo na timi so aboa yade no na yaresa ehwohwe enyina ewo manjasemai Ghana mu na we no no womo edan kuo bi a womo ato ne din na sata ye mental health advocacy group enkran yedi eho en wode ensem we nyina no etu dwa woto de asre aban so wonya ne famu de na ontimi famo adwemyade ehwo nsenkan ye.
Even global statistics and some of the local statistics show that about 13% of our population will be confronted with and will experience mental health issues or mental illness. About 3% of this 13% will experience serious or severe mental health challenges, and 10% will be mild to moderate mental health issues. Now, I mentioned also that when we talk about mental health or mental wellness, it's all the things that gives us peace of mind, ability to thrive, and perform and contribute meaningfully in our society, right? So even though many people like to focus on mental illness, and that's a serious issue, it's also important to focus on the things that improve our quality of life, keep us well, right? And start looking at the structures, the agencies that we have as a nation to address these issues.
Say, aban betimia enka bosumi bia omonti omanyinshe omo da bonte na omo ni baby da no na omonti me provided some kind of shelter and ma maybe there are a lot of craft work betimi abo omo nsa no djuma bi betimi abo a wo no mtimi de ahwe omo ni omo ye den abusua
nipa a ye de wo mba wiase nyankopon abode enti se wo nye ready se wo behwe na mefa ni mba wiase because se obi de wo ba wiase na we faneni anhwe wiye a eye ya papa
enipa bia wo bi kitwa bi a wo betumi aye no waaye na ban wo bibia wotimi ade aka ho ama your insurance nhye micro insurance for instance wo a sede bia wotimi tua 1 cedi a ebetimi abo ho ban.
Odi kro wo aguna nampon e wa aguna east mensin wo mfimfin bantam emo na nakoko adua e de kokobo ama ne manfo ni nyina ese wo ya akon abebo ho mpem na oyefo beyew na afia ba ye ba beto no kwako gina se o koto aba no one ne mpanyimfo de amamre ene ama na ebegu kwan so ne etwosu e de afimpotem ho no
Dambre na wo ye no ho no yipa baasa wa hwe won kwan ho ni na na chimpo ye sign ba ayi ho this in office ho mo ye ba ya waso we tukwan obia ntu ne nan si ha na se mo pere ye to aba ma mo pa da no ba da pia ba sentemi ye hu mo anyi mo ha ya ntem nka biara mo bia anya da dwen de or the ballot boards be sin inta na wa ba fa ye de ye konkoto aba ho no ya betan ye ba bi ne ya dua ho ko ba de ya ye ho hwe ya to ato ye yan fa to bia ho do ha light wo de weda ha ma bogudo transformer wa ha akere mu doja wotum no sha ma so ha yan ka de nti ya fa de afridu ne aka kire mu yan pa ifuna mu di yan mu ha mu aye
DC ehwe preji a ya de kire won na awiabre ya de kire so ba na otina mpon ha ana unu ebi ne ba na otina mpon ha ana busu ebi na otina mpon ha ke bo hwema wo ba no afa na breji ne do ana busu en afa breji ne so mo fra ko school wona me so wo ko afuma wona me so enti besre mo mo ahe afi ya hwe Ghana ha ejapade kasa o ha koko ni na won sunachi ase abana se suna yira obi ayi hobo to afa na bridge ne so ensunu yiri kura mponi wana ye na ye sunu mu entum fa bridge ne so esan de bridge ne na ne ye
ya bra bo yan bua no se ya twa ye twakọ ye twa ye esa bo fe odam so na maame me na ka man so ma ye nsimentum memfa ne nko na meja me kwato nam na da be ye dwan esa ma ka nshi na
aguna na mpon ya kwa ne nje kra ya kwa amofra wo fa ko school kwa ne nje kwa wo twa mfi bebre MPP aba wo ntwa obobyo keke ne waji ato ya kwa na asai kwa amofra wo ko school mampanyimfu wo ba won ya hwe ma he maami poku a onno hwe ya kwa yido maami poku a wo boto aba oba ha papa ya kwa nde na adwini yido
bridge no enya kra nsunu to adetonfo ye bedu akira na ya asan ye ntumi ntwale to momode an wo mbo aye ansa fi ahampetemi na battle pa de ye nto
this yi mami Jane ode paint ina ye mami obatampa poku a mami obatampa ya to aba ma ya yo bibiala 4 years abesi ya sunyi pe baasa wo de bridge ho yesre mo montwa mo anyina mo hwenye ya mo fra nyina wo tumi ntwa ya de be nyina akachi sese ye ntwensu ye nya hwe ye nya de bampo ndi because of bridge nti ye tumi ntwa insu bi ba ye tumi ntwa yesre mami poku a obatampa yesre mo montwa mo anyima hwenye
Kasiefi United Television so your ship house Abeka Junction enkran yenye aboafo nkrato eba bongo di fara e de ebeko agoprama so ensemu ye ba sisia